the date, on Monday, October 2nd, DHS will be hosting a blood drive in the Little Theater. Students must be 17 or older to donate, or 16 with a parent permission slip. See Ms. Siebert in room 224 for a permission slip or for more information.
Students who are in need of a physical or vaccination may call the Southern Illinois Healthcare Foundation Clinic, located here in the basement of Danville High School, for an appointment. Their telephone number is 217-920-0168.
Math Lab begins Wednesday, August 24th and will be held during each homeroom period. Those interested should report directly to Math Lab. Do not go to homeroom first. Students are expected to bring work with them.
Third period Math Lab will be held with Mrs. Kiedis in room 243. Fourth period Math Lab will be held with Mrs. Van Leer in room 324. And fifth period Math Lab will be held with Mr. Riepel in room 224.
Beginning Monday, August 28th, tutoring will be held on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Transportation will be provided. Sign up in the counseling office, room 111.
The DHS Vikings cheerleader team are holding open tryout practices for basketball season on August 25th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and August 26th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Tryouts will be held September 2nd beginning at 1 p.m. Please meet at the clock tower's doors 5 minutes prior to practice start time. A sign-up sheet is located in the athletic office.
Hispanic Leadership Club will be having a meeting in room 123 after school from 3 to 4:15 p.m. New members welcome.
The We Can Do Anything Club and DHS advocates will meet after school in Miss Frazier's room 1004 on Wednesday from 3 to 3:45 p.m.
Those interested in joining Student Council should attend the call-out meeting on Wednesday, August 23rd after school at 3 p.m. in Miss Wood's room 143.
National Honor Society applicants are currently available for sophomores, juniors, and seniors who have a GPA of 3.25 or higher. See Mr. Riepel in room 224 or stop by DHS Counselor's office in room 111 to pick up an application. Applications are due by Friday, September 15th.
Hello DHS, this is Mr. Bretz, your principal. It's my first Channel 1 as your principal, so I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. I first wanted to open up and just tell you all how impressed I have been with all of you this year. There's been a lot of changes this year, the one arrival, and I know we had some long lines, especially last week on a couple days. The IDs weren't printed in time, and many of you had to wait in a long temporary ID line, and I was very impressed with the patience and the respect and the grace that you showed everybody down there. We're very thankful for that. I know the 3 lunches has been an adjustment. I was down there today in a lunch, and I see people are starting to get settled and get the hang of things. You're finding your places where to sit. And again, I just wanted to compliment all of you. I know that's been a big adjustment, and being down there with more kids is hard for some of you, and I've been very impressed with how you've handled it. I do need to talk about a couple expectations. One is hoods. So we are going to really focus on hoods, and here is why. It is not because there is something wrong with hoods. There's absolutely nothing wrong with hoodies. But there's an academic reason for this. Teachers need to know that you're not hiding your headphones in class and that you're paying attention and that you're engaged in the lesson. And that just takes one more thing out of play for the teachers to have to do. So I'm asking you to really respect your teachers and keep your hoods off in the classroom so they don't have to monitor that and wonder if you're listening to your headphones. Tardies and loitering. Tardies are starting this week. We started marking tardies today. Social probation will be in effect for next week, all right? The consequence for social probation is that you lose your hall pass privileges, all right? That's the great thing about this 5-star system is we can flag students, we can put pass restrictions on students, so we will know if you don't have your passes. If you are on social probation next week, you need to go set up a detention with the dean's office if you would like to earn them back. That's the compromise I'm giving you, is that you can earn those pass privileges back by serving a detention after school, but it's on you to set that up. You need to be responsible, and I feel it's an appropriate natural consequence that if you can't be on time, you don't need to be getting passes out of class. I did want to address the fact that we've had some fights this last week. It was pretty disappointing. We had 4 fights in the first 6 days, for those of you who didn't know. And I know I talked about that with the students on the second day of school, about how we can't have a violent learning environment here. I will say they've all taken place in the hallway, not in classrooms, so I'm thankful that you're not doing it in your classrooms, but we really need to be solving our conflicts without violence. It's going to be at least 5 days out on a first fight, minimum. And if you do it again, it's going to be 10 days out, and I'll be talking with Dr. Geddes and Mr. Hart about alternative placements for students who continue to want to solve their problems with violence. We can't have it here. If you fight first time, it's going to be a minimum of 5 days out. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty discouraged on Friday at dismissal. We had 2 fights on Friday. And I had a young man, I don't even know his name, I just remember he had a red hoodie on, and he was walking out, and he looked at me, and he gave me a fist bump, and he just smiled at me, and then he took off. And I just can't, I want to say, the reason I'm telling you this story is I can't tell you how much that carried me, how much that encouraged me. And I'm telling you this because I want all of you to know how much influence and power you have as students to make this the best school that it can be, all right? So set your intention every day. Who's someone in each of your classes? Maybe just one person in your class each day that you're going to uplift, that you're going to say something kind to. What's one teacher on your schedule that you're going to say something nice to each day of the week? You have so much influence on making this the type of school you want it to be. It can't just be on me. It can't be on the assistant principals. It can't just be on the teachers. We need your help. And I know that you can do it. I was very I had to resist, actually. I was very tempted to get on here and be angry and say, if the fighting continues, here's what I'm going to do. And then I had to stop and realize that 8 kids out of 1,000 of you that have shown up so far isn't truly reflective of the type of school that this is and the type of student body that we have. And I had to remind myself how impressive you have all actually been to start the school year and how thankful I am. And thank you to the young man in the red hoodie, because what you did for me was very helpful. Lastly, we have had our golf team and our girls tennis team competing this week. Our golf team, we have Kale Osborne, Colin Lomax, Cameron Feuerborn, Nolan Spangler, Brody Boyd, Jordy Martinez, Jaden Strack, Ethan Fox, Ian Hernley, Gavin Favre, and Paige Norton. And shout out to Brody Boyd. As a freshman, he's been a top 4 scorer in every tournament this year. And Nolan Spangler, congratulations on shooting a personal best this past week at the golf meet in Rantoul. And then our girls tennis team has also been in competition this week. The members of the team are Reese Rundle, Anna Haupt, Lexi Foley, Aaliyah Morgan, Maya Town, Morelli Ocampo, Samantha Brown, Raina Anderson, and Liv Skaggs. Congratulations to Lexi Foley on her first varsity win of her career, and contributing to the team win over Belleville East on Friday. Anna Haupt went 4-2 at #1 singles over the week and had 2 big comeback wins. And congratulations to Reese Rundle, who finished 3rd at #2 singles at the Champaign Centennial Tournament on Saturday. Good luck to the boys soccer team, football team, girls swimming and diving, and volleyball as you open your competitions this week. And I'll be making sure I get the team names of the participants from your coaches so we can recognize you next week as well. So have a good rest of your week, Vikings, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you.